Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I do this every week with my girl Kat. If you want to see what we're getting into, then stick around. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, thanks for sticking around. Let's get into this. I just got some friend mail, which you saw on my Mask Monday, from Julie, Y Girl Warrior, and she sent me this I Heart Revolution palette, chocolate chip, and we're gonna use this to get ready today because yeah, I can't wait. I actually just filmed my Mask Monday a little bit ago. I did use my Thirst Aid. This is a hydrating primer. I use that on my face to get it ready. And I also use this Revolution Pro like for pore filler to put on my face as well. I've let it sit a little bit so that it soaked into my skin. And I'm going to use this Lady Gaga House Labs foundation. I'm gonna try this out today and see how it works. First thing I'm gonna do is my VDL eye primer, and I'm gonna put this on my lids to get them ready for the shadows, and then I'll do my base after I get my eyes done today. I have to go, I'm running a little bit late. I have a benefits fair to go to, so I'm getting ready for that. I always enjoy going to the benefits fairs. My son's like school counselor just called, and I thought he was maybe doing a little bit better than he is, and he's not. He's got like 7 out of 24 classes. And she was explaining to me some options that she has for him, but he has to be open to those. And he's basically in an irritated mood right now and won't even talk to me about it. So I'm gonna have to wait until he's in a better mood and I have the opportunity. But I mean, he has some options for things that he can do if he wants to. All right, so here's the cookie palette from I Heart Revolution. I love it so much. It's so cool. And these are what the colors look like. Really pretty, nice, neutral, natural colors. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna put it all over my lid. My son came in to talk to me, so I had to talk to him. I'm trying to reach him. I really am. All right, so we're going in with this shade right here, and I'm just gonna put it all over my lid. Where did that screen protector? Color saver. So I thought today I would talk to you guys a little bit about something that's been going on with me. That's been a little scary. It really has been, and I'm trying not to let it, overwhelm me or, stress me out. I mean, it is a little bit. It's not like crippling me. I can still go to work and do my regular everyday things, but it is something that weighs on my mind. And usually when something like this happens, I think about it, I get stressed out, and then I start going to work and I live my life and I forget about it until it's like time for me to hit my appointment or whatever. But anyways, let me start at the beginning. Back in 2019, my older sister Michelle passed away. My sister Brandy and I went down to San Diego for her celebration of life. When I came back, I started feeling really sick, just not good at all. What do I want to use here? I'm going to use this Blend Bunny Cosmetics brush. I think this is B1. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to go in with this brown right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer and a little bit in the crease, and I'll probably use this darker one to darken it up. But anyways, when I got back, I don't know, it kind of felt like allergies a little bit, It was like I felt really clogged up in my sinuses, my head. I would get headaches. I would go to sleep at night. I would go to lay down and I couldn't sleep. It was like I was up and down, you know, I would lay there and I just couldn't, it was like I had insomnia, like super bad, and I was super tired. And I was really irritable, really cranky, and just not myself at all. I just felt really bad. I tried to get into my regular doctor and she didn't have any appointments. So I went to urgent care because that's what they told me to do. So I went to urgent care and they said it's allergies. So, or they thought it was allergies. So they told me to take allergy medicine. They gave me Flonase and everything. And so I took that and it kind of felt like it might have been getting a little bit better. But a couple weeks later, it was like, no, it's not going away. And I was still feeling crappy. I still couldn't sleep. So I went back to urgent care because I couldn't get into my doctor. But then I had an appointment set up with my regular doctor, but I wanted to go to urgent care before that appointment. So again, allergies. So I'm on allergy medicine and I was like, I need to get into my regular doctor because I saw a physician's assistant and she was so great, like so great. Well, I finally got into her and she kind of was thinking the same thing, that it's allergies. And I was like, well, I've been on the allergy medicines for, you know, like a month now, and I'm still, you know, not feeling good. And so I was like, is there anything that you can check, you know, to just make sure? And she was like, I'll check your thyroid. And I was like, okay. So she checked my thyroid and everything, and later that day I got like a little message in my, not my chart, but at the time I was with Kaiser. So in my little thing, I got a notification and I read it, and she said, I know why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Your thyroid is overactive. Basically, I have hyperthyroidism. And she was like, if you are having high heart rate, like if your heart feels like it's, you know, running really fast, or you're getting shorter breath, you know, go to the emergency room right away, or urgent care. As soon as I read that, I got in my car and went to urgent care because I had been getting shorter breath and I had a high heart rate. And so when I got to urgent care, they hooked me up to some stuff and like an EKG type thing, and my heart rate was like super high. I'm going to use this and blend this out a little bit. So they put me on something called metoprolol, I believe is how you say it. Basically, it slows down your heart rate. And I also had to go get one of those things to keep an eye on my heart rate as well. And they put me on something called methimazole, which is supposed to help your thyroid levels get back to normal. So after I was taking that for a while, I had to go in and I had to get an ultrasound on my thyroid. And at the time, I had thought they said I had 1 nodule. Turns out that I have 5 nodules. So they did the ultrasound and they had me go in to get a biopsy on it, which they put like this little needle into your neck and they just pull stuff out of the nodules just to see, make sure they're not cancerous. And then you have to go in like once a year to get ultrasounds on them so they can keep an eye on whether they're growing or not. I had an ultrasound last year and they were same size, nothing had changed. But, and I've been on the medication since 2019, during which this time my employer switched insurances. So instead of having my Kaiser, now I have Primera. So I had to find a new doctor. I had to find a new endocrinologist, which is a thyroid specialist. So I got all my new doctors set up and they've all been really good. You know, they've been great. Well, like, I want to say 2.5 weeks ago, I had blood work done and the blood work came back fine. So the endocrinologist said that I could stop taking the medication and we would just do some blood work, you know, like in 6 months to check and make sure my levels are okay. Well, he also wanted me to get another ultrasound. So I went in to get an ultrasound, trying to figure out what brush I want to use. I'm going to use this bling brush right here, and I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to use this color right here, and I'm going to put that on my lid. So I went in to get the ultrasound, and I got the test results in my MyChart. And one of the test results showed that one of the nodules had grown in size. So I called my doctor's, the endocrinologist, not my regular doctor. I called the endocrinologist office and was like, I need to talk to somebody to explain to me what this all means, because I'm like freaking out. You know, it's grown in size. So what does this mean? Does that mean I have cancer? Like, I don't understand. So I had a virtual appointment with the endocrinologist, and he basically suggested that I see a surgeon. He suggested surgery. This doesn't mean I have to have surgery, and I understand that, but it's still a scary thought thinking about it. And I have to do a lot of research, which I've been doing, watching a lot of videos, talking to people who have had the surgery, and quite a few of them actually said it was the best choice they ever made. I've talked to Danielle, Debbie's cousin, Glamberger. I talked to her. She had thyroid surgery. She takes natural hormones, because once you get your thyroid removed, you have to stay on hormones for the rest of your life, because you don't have, because your thyroid basically, I don't know how to explain it. It like controls the certain hormones in your body and basically controls everything. Like, you know what I mean? So when your thyroid's out of whack, everything can be out of whack. Like having hyperthyroidism is like my thyroid is overproducing these hormones, so everything in my body amps up and starts working faster. And they need to slow that down, because I'm assuming, you know, who knows, you could probably have a heart attack if your heart rate is up so high all the time. So I have an appointment with a surgeon on October 5th, just to talk to the surgeon about my options. I've also been told that there's like natural ways that you can heal the thyroid with your diet, like being on a keto diet. So I've been watching videos about that. But all those videos also say, do not go on this diet until you talk to your physician, because I need to talk to my physician. Is that a diet that would even work for me? Is it good for me? Would it hurt me more than it would do good? You know, I have a friend at work that was on keto, and her doctor told her that she, at her age, she shouldn't be on keto, because there's something about it that is not good for her or something. I'm not really sure exactly all the terminology for it, but her doctor basically said that it wasn't a good idea. So for me, I need to speak with my doctor before I even consider doing something like that. And then, you know, changing your entire diet and everything, that it's a lot of work, you know what I mean? And I don't, you know, I've tried changing my diet before and I fail miserably, you guys. I really do, because it's hard. For my health, should I do it? Should I at least try it? Probably. You know, maybe I can give it a try while I'm waiting to see what happens with the surgeon. I just don't know. I have to weigh all my options, but I do want to talk to the surgeon and see what he says. I'm also a part of this group on Facebook. It's hyperthyroidism, Graves' disease, and there's a lot of people in there that have done a lot of different things. I've gotten a lot of encouragement about the surgery, that there's a lot of people that have done the surgery and they were so glad they did, and they feel so much better since doing it. And there's some people that say there's like this RFA or something like that, which is like a non-surgical one, and I asked if that was the radioactive like iodine, because there's like this pill that you can take that kills your thyroid. But the thing about that is you have to self-isolate for like, I can't even remember how long, but you take this pill and it like is radioactive, I guess. That's my understanding, is it's like when you have cancer and you have to go in for radiation, it's kind of like that, and it like completely kills your thyroid. So you don't have to get your thyroid taken out. You still would have to be on like the hormones. So, you know, I would still have to take medication for the rest of my life, but I wouldn't have to get cut open. But I don't know if I want to do that, especially when you have to like self-isolate for, you know, a week or two until all that like radiation gets out of your body. And I live with my son, you know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to do? Get a hotel room for 2 weeks? That just doesn't seem feasible for me. And it just, the thought of that, I would rather them cut me open and take it out than take a pill like that. I really would. I mean, thinking about putting radiation into my body sounds a lot scarier to me than the surgery, as scary as the surgery sounds, if that makes any sense. All right, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to kind of blend this out. Did I tell you I used that darker brown just to kind of deepen everything up? I think it's looking really pretty. I like this palette. But I do feel like there's stuff going on with me right now. There's a notification up here. I do feel like there's stuff going on with me right now, and I really should talk to my doctor about it, like short of breath. I don't know, feeling like a little, I don't know if it's anxiety or what though, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's go in with this foundation, the Lady Gaga one. I'm super excited to try this out. Does it look too light, guys? I don't know. I think I'm going to get quite a couple uses out of this. I need to be able to get this out of here. I'm going to use this brush and just dip in a little bit. Just like that. Tap it on. And then I'll use my other foundation brush. I don't like these ones. Like, I can use it to lay down the color, but I don't like using these foundation brushes to lay the makeup. I just don't. I feel like this one works a lot better for me. And maybe it is the perfect shade. What do you guys think? Oh, I think it is. I think it is. I'll leave a picture up in here of what shade it is so that you guys know which one I picked out. But I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to think about. Today's what's today? The 15th of September, and I have till October 5th before I see the surgeon. And I'm not seeing the surgeon to schedule the surgery. I'm seeing the surgeon to see what my options are, you know? And I gotta make an appointment with my regular doctor and talk to her about what she thinks that I should do. And I mean, I'm listening to people that are telling me things, and I'm taking that all into account. You know, the thing about it is if I take a natural path and it doesn't work, and I end up with cancer, and it's too late for them to do anything about it, which thyroid cancer grows really slowly from everything that I've heard. It grows really slowly, and it's basically, not that anybody wants to have cancer, but it would be basically the best kind of cancer you could get because it's the most easily treatable and the most slow growing. So if I get my thyroid out, then I get rid of that risk. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, who knows? Maybe the surgeon can just cut the nodules off. Maybe he can just take half of it. Like, I don't know until I talk to him. Am I freaked out about it? Yes, I'm freaked out about it because I don't want to have surgery. But if I have to, I will, because I've done it before. I've had surgeries that I didn't want to have before. You know, I had my gallbladder out. I made it through it. I'm fine. And I know that in my head, you know, but it's still scary because It's just like taking medication. You know, there's side effects with Tylenol that can happen. There can be side effects with anything and everything, you know, and even like having a natural diet, there could be side effects to that too. It could be more harmful to me and my body than good. I don't know, because I've never done it before, and I don't want to eliminate stuff that my body might need, you know, without speaking to professionals, you know, and who knows, maybe I'll have them give me a referral. I'm going to have enough foundation in here to do, like, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 times. That's awesome. But, you know, getting a second opinion, talking to a couple different surgeons, talking to a couple other endocrinologists, and have them review my blood work and my ultrasounds. And, you know, I mean, I did have to go in because I have a, what you call it? There's like a thing with my heart that's a little off. They see it when I get my, when I've had my EKGs done. They can see there's like an irregular arrhythmia or something like that. I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's been, my heart's been doing this for years. They've seen it in, you know, EKGs from like 10 years ago, and it hasn't gotten any worse. But it's something that I have to take into account, you know, because I don't want to do anything or change anything and have it affect that. You know what I mean? Like, it scares me. Like, okay, so if I make my own decision to go the natural way and something happens with my heart, you know, will the diet, I don't know. I just don't know. These are things that I have to check into. These are questions I have to ask a medical professional and see what they say. Whoops, I'm making a mess. That's going to be my best option. And while I'm listening to everybody's suggestions and their stories and how they feel, like I've even watched videos of people that had a full thyroidectomy or whatever because they had cancer. And that's the thing, is like, I don't know if it's cancer. It might not be. Maybe the nodule is just growing, but it could be cancer. Do I want to go through the biopsy again? Because it's a little uncomfortable to go through that. And like, I trust my doctor. I really trust my doctor. And I need to talk to her about it and see what she thinks. Because I know that she's, you know, given me referrals to get test results and stuff like that because she really truly cares about my health. You know what I mean? So I trust her. I don't think that she's going to do anything that's going to put me in harm's way, or that she's going to lead me in the wrong direction. I'm not a doctor. I don't know all this medical stuff and how the body works and what's best for what. And so I have to trust the people that work in those fields to give me the options of things that I can do. You know, you know, and maybe she'll say, try this diet or try that diet, you know, or try these pills or that pill or whatever. I don't know. I have a lot to think about, and I'm getting a lot of information, and it's a little bit overwhelming, you know. It really is. But whatever I do is going to be what's best for me, what I feel is best for me. Regardless of whether I'm scared or not, it doesn't matter. You know, I could take other routes because I'm scared, but I don't want to make a decision because I'm scared. I want to make a decision on what's best for me, what's best for my health, what's going to be best for my future. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I have to get all this information, but it's all kind of overwhelming. And then, you know, I posted that my endocrinologist suggested surgery, and this one lady, which I'm assuming one of the admins on the group deleted her comment, because she commented, she's like, my doctor said the same thing and I told him no. And then she said something about she didn't take medication, and I was like, well, how do you control your levels? And she says, I don't. And that was all she said. And then it got deleted, I'm assuming from the admins. But it was like, I don't know what she was trying to accomplish by telling me that. Like, so what, you just suffer? Because I'm telling you one thing, I don't wish feeling the way that I felt during that on anybody, because it was hard. It was really hard when I was going through all of that, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I didn't know how to fix it. And I couldn't sleep, and I was so exhausted, and I was so irritated, and my heart was racing, and I was having a hard time breathing, and it was just awful. I felt terrible. And after I started taking the medication, it took a little bit, but I actually started feeling myself again. And who knows? Like, do I really want to spend a bunch of time looking into stuff? And then by the time I find something, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I have to do what's best for me, though. Not what anybody else thinks is best for me. And if somebody doesn't feel like surgery is right for them, then that's great. Do what's best for you, and I hope that it works all out for you, you know what I mean? But I don't want 20 years down the line be like, oh, you should have had your thyroid taken out, now you got cancer and it's spread and you can't do anything about it, because I didn't do anything about it. Now I decided to, you know, throw caution to the wind and not listen, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to make the wrong decision and then regret it down the line. You know, because like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, some people say keto is really good for this kind of stuff. But what if I start keto and it works, and then I get lazy and I'm not doing it anymore, and then I'm further along in having something wrong with me then than I am now, and I could have fixed it permanently. You know what I mean? Like, this is just, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on in my mind right now, and I just don't know what the right thing to do is. And I'm getting overwhelmed, and I'm asking, you know, for opinions and stuff, but I don't know if it's the right thing for me to do. I think I should just keep my mouth shut and just talk to my doctors and see what they say, because I just don't want to get overwhelmed, and I don't want to get scared, and I don't want to feel like people are, you know, thinking that I feel like they're pressuring me. Because I mean, no matter what anybody says or does, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do, whether they think it's the right thing or not, you know? But it scares me when people are like, well, try this, because, well, so if I do it that way, what if that's the wrong way? What if that's the wrong choice for me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how my body is going to react, because everybody's different. I'm just a mess, you guys. I'm just a freaking mess. I really am. I've got all these thoughts going through my head, and I've got some time to think about it. I'm going to use my Avon bronzer. I've got time to think about it. You know, it's not like I went in and scheduled surgery and I'm going in tomorrow. It's not like that. Who knows how long it would take after I see the surgeon before they can even schedule a surgery, you know, with people being backed up because of all the COVID stuff. You know, people are still having problems getting caught up on stuff from 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So who knows how long it could be before I would actually be able to have surgery. So that gives me time, you know, to think about it. But when I first found out that he suggested surgery, of course I got scared. Of course I got a little overwhelmed, you know, because I'm thinking about them putting me to sleep and cutting me open and taking my thyroid out. So the thought of it, yes, it is scary. Yes, it is overwhelming. But I also know that I went into surgery when I was 12 years old. like a 15-hour surgery where they cut my back open and put a bunch of hardware in there. So I think about that and I'm like, I could make it through, but I'm also a lot older than I was then. So my healing time is probably going to be a lot different now, you know? So I think about that too. I'm going to use this blush right here. It's just a lot of stuff going on in my head, and I'm just, you know, venting and getting it out. You know, all I really need is prayers. That's what I need. Positive prayers that I make the right decision for myself, no matter what that is, whether it's having surgery, not having surgery, you know, having them cut out part of it. I don't know. Just, I need prayers that I make the right decision. And I am scared. Whether I have surgery or not, it's still a scary situation. Regardless. No matter what I do, it's still scary to think about it. All of it. To think about, you know, the possibility of cancer, the possibility of surgery. Just, it's all so overwhelming, you guys. It's all so overwhelming. And I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and not let myself get too freaked out about it. And I think I'm doing okay, you know? Am I scared? Yes. My sister's been really good. She took the day off on the 5th of October, and she's going to go with me to my doctor's appointment, which is good because, you know, hopefully she can help me remember the right questions to ask. And you know, maybe she'll chime in and she'll have some questions to ask as well. And this video is getting super long. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and get off and finish up this look, and then I'll come back when I'm all done, so don't go anywhere. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I did my Laura Geller Fortifying Lash Primer, and it fell. I think it's dried down a little bit, so I'm going to curl my lashes a little bit. I used my KVD Cake Pencil for my tight line. I used my, what is this, CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liner for the waterline. What else did I do? I used my e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set for my face. What else? I just put a little bit of the dark down here. I used a little bit of this pink right here. It's like a real pale pink color, and I put that on the inner corner and on the brow bone. I think it looks nice. Did I tell you guys that I used this? This is the Revolution Brow Palette that I got from my bestie, Flawed and Fabulous. Did I do anything else? I don't think so. I'm really liking this foundation, you guys. I think it looks really nice. We'll see how it stays all day. What else did I do? Oh, let me use this. Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I did use, what was this? This lip liner, AOA Studio. What color is this? Famous. To line my lips. And then I'm going to use this Clean Color Lipracadabra lip changing lip oil. I got this in my Matchbox. And I really like it. It does like have the nicest little bit of tint on your lips, and it feels really good. I'm really sorry if this video is like super long, you guys. I really am. It's just, I got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now, and I just feel like I need to, you know, talk about it, you know, talk about all the things that like go through my head, you know, like, should I do this? Should I do that? You know, I just, my head's going a mile a minute. A mile a second, really. It's like all over the place. That is so pretty, you guys. So pretty. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for listening to me vent and get this stuff off my chest, because when I talk about it, I feel better about it. You know what I mean? And it kind of helps me get in my head what I need to think about, the decisions I need to make, and it just gets it out. Instead of it getting in there and driving me crazy, I can voice what I'm thinking, and I think it gets that stuff off of my chest, and it helps me feel a little bit better, because I get a little scared and a little anxious. And so talking about it and getting it out, like, it kind of alleviates the pressure a little bit. You know what I mean? So all I really need is good vibes and prayers that whatever I do is the best decision for me, no matter what it is. And that if I do go surgery route, that it goes well, that there's no complications, and that I heal well afterwards. And I have some amazing people that have reached out that said they would be there for me during this, and I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea, because I feel like during that time, if I do have the surgery, that I'm going to need all the support I can get for, maybe a week or two. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here for me. It means a lot. I hope if you haven't joined the family that you'll join Nene's Glam Squad. Hit that subscribe button. Turn up that notification bell. That way you can get notified anytime I make a new upload. And I got a lot of boxes sitting out in my living room that I got to film. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming. So turn that notification bell on. Give the video a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me. It helps out my channel, lets YouTube know you enjoy seeing my content, and leave a comment. Say hi. Just well wishes. Well wishes is all I need, and just love. That's what I need right now, is love. And I appreciate all the input that people have given me, and it's stuff that I need to mull over on my own and figure out what I need to do that is best for me. But thank you for caring enough to reach out. It does mean a lot. It's a little overwhelming to have all of this information, and I need some time to think about it. But thank you for caring enough to try and help me. And I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Take care, stay safe, and I hope I'll see you all in my next video. I love you guys. Bye. Thanks, Kat, for another week. Make sure you guys go check out Kat. She's always linked down below. I love you so much. I hope you had a great week, and I can't wait to see your video. All right, I love you guys. Bye.